Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020, Career Mode, Episode 91. Last time, we had an absolutely phenomenal race at Strade Bianche. Apparently, I won it last year with Kevin Vermaak. Kevin Vermaak very nearly won it again, and he was set to win it. But such a strong showing. Ben Moreno leading out Pavel Rodriguez and Kevin Vermaak. And all three of them ended up crossing the line 1, 2, 3 with the order unchanged. Telford even grabbed 5th place ahead of Niels Paul. It was just phenomenal. So phenomenal that we pick up about $30,000. Nice boost to the balance. Of course, we've been running a deficit for, just about every season now. And so we haven't accumulated a huge balance by any means. It slowly dwindles down each season, and then December it kind of boosts up with our little bonus payment. But it's been a nice stretch. World Tour rankings, it's 11th of March, okay? So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But currently, I'm the leader. I'm the leader of the World Tour rankings. Yes. Ben Moreno after that win, Rodriguez and Vermaak after the second and third places, and other performances that they've had, all three of them inside the top 10 of the rankings for the World Tour, which is crazy for a Continental Pro team of our stature to be that high up. After that performance, I think we are cruising towards 100%. I will be skipping some of the sponsor objectives even now as we go through the season, especially with the large quantity of World Tour races that we have gotten into somehow. After the successes, I suppose, because ranking-wise, not this ranking, but ranking of the index, we're the last team in Continental Pro. We shouldn't be getting into this many World Tour races. The majority should be from the top 5, 6, 7 Continental Pro teams should be taking the vast majority of the spots, but in this case, they're not. So we have Tirreno-Adriatico coming up. Of our top riders, Rodriguez and Ginn are there, but it's a lot of lower support riders that are going to be at this race. We have not yet had a chance to take Pavel Rodriguez and truly go for a GC. This is going to be a good opportunity. First off, we have a team time trial, 22K. It ends with a 10K time trial. There's one big mountain stage, a couple sprint stages. We're going to we'll bypass the sprint stages, and we'll see if we can quickly get through the punchy stages and the time trials so that we can focus on that mountain stage. As it's not an objective, I won't give it the care that I gave Strade Bianche, but we'll see if we can quickly get through this and get a decent result out of our new GC guy, Pavel Rodriguez. As things are loading up, just a quick note, 6 of the 7 riders on a fitness peak, so containing a +2 entering this one. David Killen, the only rider at a net neutral 0 for race day condition as we enter. So throughout this race, we should be seeing a ton of green, which I think will contribute to what could be a pretty good result. Like right now on stage number 1, we should be among the top few teams at the finish. All right, so we set off with a team mixed in their time trialing performance. We do have our 3 stronger guys in Denny Ginn, David Killen, and Pavel Rodriguez. They're all set to higher times, but I'm trying to be careful on how much time to give them. And we'll kind of balance this out as things go on. A few really weaker guys that probably shouldn't even take a turn, but as long as this is, I think I still need everyone at least a little bit, especially to make sure that Rodriguez makes it to the end. So we'll keep an eye. It looks like Rainsford has already recovered from his effort. Ginn will definitely recover from his effort sooner rather than later, which means we can turn the times down even more on these guys. We'll go 5 seconds. Millar. I would not use him at all, but he is about a 66 today, as there's some prologue rating. It could be a lot worse than 66. That +3 is definitely helping him out. Berwick, another one. In fact, I think I might just turn Berwick off. I'm going to let Johnson have a little bit of time. So we'll see how that balances out. Rodriguez not even into a negative. So I think we could focus a little more on our stronger time trialists. All right, second at the first checkpoint. There's only about 7 teams that have crossed that line. But second out of 7 is pretty good. I'm hoping for about a top 3 here. Killen going into the negative a little bit, but I think he'll just about recover to get to the line. Millar just taking that quick... Whoa. Killen. Why are you getting dropped here? Oof. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, Rodriguez leading us out 4.5K. He's draining a lot of energy, but he'll have enough. He'll finish his turn. Killen is the only one struggling right now. And he's getting back to neutral. Alright, I'm going to use Ginn all the way to the line. Where is Rodriguez? Okay, he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. We're fine. Make sure that he is top 5. Alright, we do slip 1 spot to 3rd place at the finish. But we're behind Decathlon and EF, 2 of the definitely stronger teams. And so far we're ahead of everybody else by a fairly good margin. See what we can kind of hang on to in the overall. I think we will slip a little bit, and we do. Ineos goes ahead of us, but I don't think we'll go much further back. Still 4th. Still 4th. Jumbo-Visma behind us. That's a very strong team, so it's a good time we put in. Ducati Quickstep's going to have a significant advantage, though. Okay, we keep 4th. That's good. Top 5. But again, you got to figure, depending on what riders they brought with them, Ducanic's got to be the favorite at this point with that kind of gap already. And then it's tight from 2nd to 6th or even further down. It's within 20 seconds anyway. Venepol. They've got Soler, Asgreen, Barguil. Inside the final 90K on stage number 2. 3 climbs. First one was just a short hill. We're done. We're over that. But we've got 2 bigger climbs to go. They're not bad. It's a punchy day. I think it'll be a group finish with maybe 100 riders left. Maybe more. So we'll set ourselves up for that. Now, meanwhile, the race day condition bug, as always, biting so hard. I don't know. I'm recording a bit ahead of time because of the holidays. I actually am going to try to get out of town for a change, just with my immediate family.
The Peloton has significantly increased its speed. That's the end of the breakaway. The pack gave them
and as a result, I'm recording well ahead of time here in large bunches and getting everything posted so I can be out of town for a few days. Well, anyway, as we approach the stop on this one, reminder that every single rider on the team, with the exception of 1, is on a +2 race day condition. Fitness peak. The 1 is David Killen. He's the only red one here, so I mean that's a good thing. But he's supposed to be a 0. He's a -2. Everybody else is supposed to be +2. Only a single rider on the entire team has the expected race day condition today. 1 rider out of the whole team. Everybody else is 1 or 2 points below where they are supposed to be for an overall -8 net. Stage 1 wasn't much better. It was a little better than this, but it was still well below what it should have been. I had a single +3. I had a couple +1s, and I had some negatives on stage 1 as well, so it was pretty similar to what we have here. A lot of fatigue in the group. That climb was set at a very, very high tempo. We're going to get a little recovery on the descent. The breakaway was caught. 136 riders now, and we've still got undulation, so recovery is going to be pretty minimal. David Killen was dropped momentarily, but he's working on recovering, getting back into position. Let's see, he was protecting Ginn, so we'll try to get him back into that role here shortly. There we go. Okay, one last bit of an uphill swing here that we'll have to worry about before the end. Peloton is shrinking, not getting larger, so the pace is still pretty high, and that's why Johnson, Berwick, Killen, not a lot of energy, even though we've been descending for many, many kilometers. Let's go ahead and get water that final time here. It's still 30k to go to the end, and we're way past that point where we should have gotten it, but because of the late recovery, because of the heavy tempo, we really were running the risk trying to get it when we were, but things have settled down a little bit. There you go, we got water for everyone. See, we're blinking red at an 81 as we hit the valley below the final climb. 17k to go. We're going to have to line ourselves up before too long here. Killen will obviously be the guy going first, so let's go ahead and get his gel going, and then we'll wait a little bit longer here. Okay, a little further. Okay, his gel has activated, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Rodriguez, team leader, 76 on the hills, should be pretty decent. Millar's looking okay. Berwick, strong climber, but not punchy. Ginn's the backup JC guy, so we'll put him there. Rainsford's looking okay. So we have Millar and Rainsford. Those guys are a little punchier. And then we have Berwick and Johnson. And then David Killen and Killen. Get the move going. Let's start at about an 88 here. And then we will get Johnson activated now. Johnson, the only one still not in position, it looks like. Alright, 10k to go. We're out front, and we're about to hit the climb, so it's time to speed up. This is the time to put some tempo, put some pace into this. We want to stay out front through this period, and we definitely want to drop some riders. It's back up to 139 in the Peloton, so we want a smaller group than that. Alright, Johnson, go. Gel up behind you. 8k now. How much uphill comes after this? Oh, there's one steep section again. And then an uphill swing towards the finish. Johnson, his 72 hill rating is doing damage. It's a little surprising. This is that steepest section. We're nearly through it. Berwick, his gel kicks in. Still in a strong spot here, and a lot of fatigue, I would imagine, for a number of riders because of the pace, because of the tempo that was being set. And meanwhile, not as much in my team. Starting to see the drop, 127 now, and that number is just going to keep shrinking. Ah, shoot, I forgot to gel up these guys. Actually, 4k is probably time to gel up everyone. Okay, Berwick. Still have yellow bar. Go a little longer here. Alright, on to Rainsford now. 3.5k. We need to get in position, lining up this last hill. Millar. You okay there, Millar? 2.6. 2.5. Okay, gel's starting to kick in. And that is the top of the climb, right? Yeah, a little downhill. So, Rainsford, sprint.
There goes the sprint. The strongmen are giving their all.
Little downhill section. He's still sprinting. Okay, Millar, it's 800 meters. Sprint, the little sprint that you've got, Ginn. 600 meters. Let's just go ahead and sprint Rodriguez as well. All right. Can we get a podium? We're not going to get 1-2, but I think Rodriguez might have enough for third. And he does. Nice. He grabs 4 seconds. Ewan for the win. Carabaz second. Rodriguez. And then Danny Martinez. Denny Ginn are your top 5. So mostly climbers. Caleb Ewan. Nice job there.
We're waiting for the tailenders who continue to arrive.
Millar was 10th. Rainsford was 9th. And then we see some gaps. Let's see if any of those gaps are given. How many splits are there? There's obviously groups all over the place, so there will be riders losing time. But which riders will lose time? We'll find out in a moment. Well, I saw 8, 10, 12 groups spread out all over the place. And it was a punchy stage. Gaps should have been given. I know not all of them were going to be given, but the first 120 riders were all given same time, even though there was a half a dozen groups among the first 120 riders. And significant gaps among them, and plenty of time, because the next group was 238 down, meaning the group in front of them, Gaviria, on same time, Sam Bennett on same time, Adrian Banaszek. I mean, total non-climbers, guys that were probably more than 2 minutes down, ended up on same time as leader, which really did not do much to divide things up among cutting into the lead of Ducati Quickstep. They still have 7 riders on same time. Ineos down to 4, surprisingly, though. EF still have their 5 or 6 riders. Rodriguez moved up with the 4 seconds that he gained, but we are still in the 20s, which is where we were already. I mean, we've really only moved up about 6 spots, 7 spots. That's how few riders lost time. Stage 3 was a sprint stage, so we're on to stage 4, another punchy stage, the last punchy stage of this race. Heavy tempo today, and an unfortunate incident where Rainsford, Berwick, Killen, and an Ineos rider came together and all went down. We went ahead and grabbed water while we were back there, so that's David Killen now, completed that task. Rainsford finally returning to the front, so we'll go ahead and put him back on normal. Killen, there we go, done with the water task. We'll put him back on normal, and Berwick has a little bit further to make it back up to the front.
A symbolic kilometer as we go.
Just 3 riders in the break, and they only have a 1 minute advantage, so high tempo today. Let's see, we want to protect Rainsford today. And it looks like we also need to up the tempo for the other guys. We'll set everybody to an 80. Cat 2 coming, front group splitting.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks.
All right, here we go. Back 2. I'm not sure Killen's going to make it past this climb coming up, especially at the tempo we're running. We're down to 2 riders off the front now. Killen is recovering a bit here. Not seriously uphill yet. And he has maybe recovered enough. We'll give him a chance. Let's not waste his gel now. Oh, okay. Yeah, we should have wasted his gel now.
The pack has just reeled in the escape group.
Johnson, Berwick struggling a little bit. Breakaway's done, 152 riders. Handful heading out the back, and David Killen among them. Set him to auto. Let's get back up with the rest of the pack. Alright, so we have 6 guys left now. 3 short, steep climbs till the finish. Oh, Killen back into the group. Killen going to grab water. That's fine by me. Except for he's not timed this terribly well as we're hitting the first of the climbs. And now he wants to go run at the front. That's not our team's job. You're going to go back and protect Rainsford, and Millar back on... No. Berwick. Back on protection duty of Rodriguez. There you go.
A rider is down.
Alright, 2 climbs to go. Just before we hit the base of the next one, we will focus on down. I just noticed Zeta is here and was in a crash. Alright, let's bring it on down. Okay, 80 will not be enough over these 2 climbs. Let's go 85 for this one, especially as I'm going to go quickly through this. Everybody's at full strength, so we'll leave them be for this one. $129 riders left. Killen struggling. 25k to go. 10k to go to the top of the next climb. That's going to be the key point that I'm going to keep an eye on for just a little bit here. Okay, 6k to go. 20k overall. Let's go ahead and line this up. Killen, where are you? Okay, Killen, I'm going to put you on auto. And then, that's not the auto I wanted. Rodriguez, follow Ginn. Follow Millar. Follow Rainsford. Wait, did I want that the other way around? I do. I want that the other way around. There we go. Millar, follow Berwick. And you're going to follow Johnson. And Killen is going to be chillin'. Not involved in this one. Okay.
The riders are taking their foot off the
Johnson.
accelerator. Either they're
5k
getting a
to
bit
go.
hot, or they're saving themselves
That's
for the
not the
final
climb
dash.
yet, is it? No. Just a short hill. Oof, already? He's not even going to get over the hill, is he? Alright, Berwick. This is it, last climb of the day, and it's very steep. Very early, so Berwick, attack this thing hard. Millar, go ahead and gel up. 122 riders left now. On to Millar. Definitely still do some damage here.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers
Okay,
road sign.
Rainsford. There's Carapaz attacking. And we have a split. This is what I was looking for. It's suddenly 21 riders chasing one. 29 behind. It's still 13k to go, so this is not... We'll use the descent to keep everyone tired, but then we want Millar. You just get on back. I'm not going to win a sprint among this group. This is now going to be about keeping this away. Okay, we've hit the base. We've caught Carapaz. We'll put that on relay now. 8k, 49-second gap behind us. Okay, we're going to gel. I'm going to try to take turns here. And Rainsford's going to be done in just a second. Let's go ahead and... give Ginn a chance here. Oh, not 99. Okay, 5k to go.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Still a gap of 48 seconds. Here comes the attacks. Martinez, Bernal, Landa.
And off he goes.
They're not going to have a ton of energy here. 3.5k to go. This is already getting very close to the end. Okay. And we don't have anything left to go here except for Rodriguez going essentially solo, but it's 2.5K. One and a half K. Okay, now he can do something. And now he can go clear. If Carapaz could pull ahead and win the stage, Rodriguez can get a clear second place.
Well-deserved. He displayed a tremendous tenacity.
And this is a very small group. Please do not level these times off, because this split was well before the end of the stage. Ginn and Rainsford should be losing time here. Big gaps. Definite gaps. Screw you, game, ahead of time if you even try to say that these are not gaps, because look how spread out. That's 6 minutes already. So Rodriguez grabbed second place with a Colombian 1-2. Paulus was third. Martinez, Youngles, Hamilton, Roglic, Kamna, Sivakov, and Bedial your top 10. Vanderpool was the favorite for the stage. He only grabs 13th. That was Bernal, not Carapaz. Carapaz was the one who pulled clear last episode, or last 2 stages ago, that is. So this does change things a little. Should, theoretically. Let's make sure. No time gaps at the top. Bernal and Rodriguez were clear. 8-10 seconds clear. They don't get a gap. Rainsford again, same time. They were 20 seconds behind everybody in front of them. Huge gaps behind us. No gaps given until 73rd at 3:38, meaning Dal Herman was probably 3:30 down. Gamba Rainsford was probably 3:30 down. Caden Groves was probably 3:15 down. Riders were all over the place and very spread out. Really frustrating when it does this, because you work so hard, you create such a large gap, and then it's not given. Riders were dropped though, and it's starting to take shape. Still 4 Ducanic riders at the top. They've gained 0 time. That's all from stage 1. Bernal now into 5th place, probably the favorite overall. Paulus is now 6th. Carapaz with his time gains is 7th. Rodriguez with 10 seconds gained now sits in 8th place, so he's into the top 10. But then you still have your 4 EF riders. You still have the 4 Ineos riders that have not lost time. Ginn and Millar are 14th and 15th. Rainsford's still in the not lost time category. Berwick didn't lose time except for 2 seconds on stage 1. So our backup man still in contention, Ginn, but Rodriguez, strong showing so far, picking up 10 seconds. So many riders that should have lost time just haven't. And that's the game's fault. Race day condition was closer this time. It was still about a net -3 or 4. I think it was a net -3. So it still wasn't even neutral. Wasn't a 0. Trying to keep an eye on that. Not complaining about it. Just trying to keep an eye on it and determine whether or not it's a thing. It's looking like a thing. That's going to do it for this episode, though. We've got 1 mountain stage to go and a time trial still on this one. Sprint stage in between that will quick sim. So 2 stages to wrap up Tirreno-Adriatico, and with a mountain stage, there's obviously going to be time gaps there. Disappointing that the 2 punchy stages had large gaps, significant gaps, gaps well established well before the finish, and in both cases, the gaps weren't given. I thought they fixed that. What happened? This game hasn't been seeing any updates. So the one thing they update is taking away the one improvement they made from last season. All right. Anyway, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.